special guest,
Joanne Gilbert.
Rosemary Clooney.
Thou swell, thou witty, thou sweet, thou grand, wouldst kiss me pretty, wouldst hold my hand. Both thine eyes are cute too, what they do to me. Hear me holler, I choose a sweet lollapalooza in thee. I'd feel so rich in a hut for two rooms, a kitchen, I'm sure would do. Give me just a plot of, not a lot of land. And thou swell, thou witty, thou grand, thou swell, thou witty, thou sweet, thou grand, wouldst kiss me pretty, wouldst hold my hand. Both thine eyes are cute too, what they do to me. Hear me holler, I choose a sweet lollapalooza in thee. I'd feel so rich in a hut for two rooms and kitchen, I'm sure would do. Give me just a plot of, not a lot of land. And thou swell, thou witty, thou grand. Did you ever get the feeling that someone was watching you?
Well, if someone isn't watching, we're all sure wasting our time here.
I didn't mean you, Bob. I meant them. Hello there. It's so nice that you could be with us. This animated scrap pile on my right is not the Tin Woodsman from The Wizard of Oz, no matter what you may think. He's Bob Morse of the Hi-Lo's. You know something, Robert? Since you designed the group's wardrobe, how come you're the one who ended up wearing this thing?
Well, it used to fit Bob Strawson, but the cleaners shrank it.
Oh, I see. Listen, you better go start changing your costume right now, boy, or you'll never be in time for our big Oriental extravaganza, featuring our very special guest, Miss Joanne Gilbert.
Okay, but you better keep someone standing by with an oil can. I think my vest is rusted to my shirt.
No kidding. Here, there you go. Okay. Aren't you glad those things went out of style? Imagine having to rivet a button on for your husband. Back in the days when knighthood was in flower, they didn't have a lot of the nice things that we kind of take for granted nowadays. Like, for example, the subject of this brief address on behalf of our host. Welcome to the Orient. Not the one we read about every day in the newspapers. This is the enchanted, exotic East that's been the subject of songs and plays and musical comedies since way back in 1885. That was when a couple of gentlemen with the very Occidental names of William Gilbert and Arthur Sullivan produced that classic of the Never Never Land, The Mikado.
Thousand pardons, but what of Madame Butterfly?
Oh, Puccini's friend. She came along about 19 years later.
And more recently, the Honorable Rogers and Hammerstein's South Pacific and King and I, very, very Eastern.
Very. If Oriental atmosphere is your cup of tea, don't worry if you haven't got the plane fare or can't get a ticket to August Moon's Many Splendid Tea House. Maybe we can help you out. Say with a quick trip to an Oriental section. New York or San Francisco, you take your pick.
Is right around the corner.
Oh, how convenient. All right, you lead the way and I'm right behind you.
Right this way. This is Oriental section.
Limehouse Kid, just one more Limehouse Kid, going the way that the rest of 'em did. Poor broken blossom and nobody's child, haunting and taunting, you're just kind of wild. Those old Limehouse blues, I've got real Limehouse blues. Learn from the others those sad China blues. Rings on your fingers and tears for your crown. That is the story of old Chinatown. Limehouse Kid, going the way that the rest of 'em did. Poor broken blossom and nobody's child, haunting and taunting, you're just kind of wild. Limehouse blues, learn from the others those sad China blues. Rings on your fingers and tears for your crown. That's the story of old Chinatown.
That was beautiful. Perhaps would like to visit curio shop or items from Far East.
If I say no, you won't have any way of getting into your next number, right?
You know you're right.
Okay.
This way, please.
Welcome to humble house of high-low, everything from East.
Made in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Since when isn't New Jersey East?
Boy, you've got a point there, amigo.
Wrong language.
Paisan.
That's right.
That's right. I am looking for a chess set for my husband.
Oh, have something very special, very cheap too. Solid ivory, hand carved by Honorable Strauss.
How come these 4 pieces are so much larger than the rest of them?
So say, humble servant Goof.
He made the nights too long.
This is getting a bit thick for me, so I think that I'll go browse around while you sing, all right?
You betcha, lady.
You betcha.
Here's the Japanese Sandman sneaking on with a dude. An old second-hand man, he'll buy your old day from you. He will take every sorrow of a day that is through, and he'll give you tomorrow just to start life anew. Then you'll be a bit older in the dawn when you wake, and you'll be a bit bolder with the new day you make. Here's the Japanese Sandman, trade him silver for gold, just an old second-hand man, trading new days for old. Here's the Japanese Sandman. just an old second-hand man. He will take every sorrow of the day that is through, and he'll give you tomorrow just to start life anew. Then you'll be a bit older in the dawn when you wake, and you'll be a bit bolder with the new day you make. The Japanese Sandman, trade him silver for gold. Just an old second-hand, trading new days for old.
Honorable sirs, look what just walked in.
Let me wait on her.
Nothing doing. She looked at me first.
She winked at me.
She fluttered her fan at me.
Looks to me like she's playing the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, Confucius say, she who likes to flirt is always the first to get hurt. Now, Confucius was very wise, but I deeply regret that I am considered a coquette, and merely because I look with my eyes. Poor butterfly, that's what people call me. Poor butterfly, and I don't know why. You will believe me, I trust. What seems like flirting is just a tiny speck of dust that's in my eye. The moon and I know that I am faithful. I'd never flirt with a passerby, and you can be sure I'm as pure as the driven snow. Don't call me poor. The word is pure butterfly.
Well, there's one thing for sure. The natives are friendly. Very friendly.
Did Missy find something she liked?
Well, yes. I think at this point that I could use a finale.
Finale? This Oriental shop, not Mexican restaurant.
No, Strauss. Music, finale. Music for conclusion, like Sayonara, or Auf Wiedersehen, or Aloha, yes?
Yes, that's it. You know, the sort of thing the whole cast gets together and sings as their ship sinks slowly into the sunset. You know.
Ship, large boat, have just the thing. Read Chinese lyrics.
I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Get you and keep you in my arms evermore. Leave all your lovers weeping on a faraway shore. Out on the briny with the moon big and shiny, melting your heart of stone. I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone.
I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Get you and keep you in my arms evermore. Leave lovers weeping on a faraway shore.
Out on the briny with the moon, big and shiny, melting your heart of stone. I'd love to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Planes are speeding through the air. They now go faster than sound. You can leave for New York at 12 o'clock, and at 1 you're back on the ground. Rockets exist with incredible speed that take off perpendicular. To tell you the truth, I doubt very much if they're going anywhere in particular. 10-lane highways being built that take you to and fro. 5 lanes taking you from 2, the other 5 speeding to fro. I don't mean to sound sentimental, but what's so detrimental in doing something slow? Well, I'm just breezing along with the breeze, trailing the rails, rowing the sea, and like the birdies that sing in the trees, la-da-da-da, pleasing to live, living to please. Well, the sky is the only roof that I have over my head. And when I'm weary, Mother Nature makes me a bed. And I'm just going along as I please, breezing along with a breeze. Well, the sun rolls across the treetops in the laziest way, and then looks across her shoulder to bid goodbye to the day. So won't you listen to my friendly pleas, and please come along with me in the breeze.
Very, very nice indeed.
Thank you.
Sit down.
Uh-huh.
Now then, tell me, Miss Gilbert, aside from this inability to accept the tempo of modern living, do we have any other problems?
We can't sleep.
Insomniac. Go on.
Well, and then there's my inferiority complex.
Tell me about that.
Well, you see, my car is a beat-up old 1932 model.
That's in character, but what's it got to do with...
Well, you see, it's so inferior that it's giving me a complex. And the other day it broke down right in front of his house.
There, now, we mustn't get emotional, must we?
We're sorry. It's just that I've been having so many strange symptoms lately.
Such as?
I hear singing and there's no one there. I smell blossoms and the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why. I wonder why. I keep tossing in my sleep at night. And what's more, I've lost my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the skies are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why.
You don't need analyzing. It is not so surprising that you feel very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter, because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder. You need someone who's older, or rub down with a velvet glove. There is nothing you can take to relieve that pleasant ache. You're not sick, you're just in love. You don't hear singing and there's no
It is not
there.
so
surprising that you
I
feel
smell
very
blossoms,
strange
but the trees
nice.
are bare.
Your
All
heart
day
goes
long I
pitter-patter.
seem to
I know
walk
just
on air.
what's the
I
matter,
wonder
because
why.
I've been
I
there once or
wonder
twice.
why.
Put your
I
head
keep
on
tossing
my
in
shoulder.
my
You need
sleep at
someone
night.
who's older,
And
or rub
what's
down
more,
with
I've
a
lost
velvet
my
glove.
appetite.
There is
Stars
nothing
that
you
used to
can take
twinkle
to
in
relieve
the
that
sky
pleasant ache.
are twinkling
You're
in
not
my
sick,
eyes.
you're
I
just in
wonder
love. Well, Joanne, now that it's all over, what do you think?
I think it was great fun.
So do I.
Everyone's been so friendly. Nelson and the High-Lows and you.
Well, that's because we all like you.
Say, would either one of you happen to know who belongs to that old junk heap that's blocking the parking lot out there?
No. Well, that is... Yes, it's mine.
Oh, well, here, call this number. The fellow thinks he can sell it to James Melton's Antique Car Museum.
You see, there goes your inferiority complex.
Oh, dear. Just when I was getting so used to it. Good night, Rosemary.
Good night, Joanne.
Good night.
Good night, boys.
Bye.
Good night, Robert.
Good night, Rosemary.
Oh. But it didn't hurt him. Thanks to all of you for being with us. And I hope you'll remember to be with us next time, because I think of you ever so tenderly.